Hello creative friends, I'm Anastasia and welcome back to my channel. In this video, not only are we thrifting, but we are DIYing my thrifted pieces to look like beautiful high-end decor. So let's see what decor I can find, then I'll show you how I decorate them around my house. Let's go! The first store I'm going to today is Goodwill. This location usually has some good stuff, so hopefully we get lucky and find some really nice decor pieces today. Looking through linens might not be the most fun thing to pick through at the thrift store, but it's definitely worth it because sometimes you can find some really nice fabric for very cheap that you can then use for DIY projects. I've bought single panel linen curtains from the thrift store before and used them to create throw pillow covers and linen book covers. This set of canisters was really cute, but I was hoping that the silver part would have been black or gold instead so that it would match my decor. How cute is this pink heart-shaped Dutch oven? I was really tempted to get this because it's just the cutest cookware ever, but at this point I've never had a need for a Dutch oven, so I left it there for the next person. I found this little lamp that looked like it had already been someone's DIY project. It was listed as $14.99, but it was half off today, so I did take this home because I think I can re-DIY it and add a cute lampshade and make it really nice looking. And y'all, I know we are nowhere near Christmas, but sometimes I just like to look through the holiday aisles to see if there's anything extra special that catches my eye. These dishes were really adorable and had a very classic Christmas style to them. I did find this rectangular lampshade listed as $2.99, but it was half off, so it was about $1.50. I know you're probably thinking that this is really stained and looks really dirty, but I honestly think that I can get these stains out, and then I'll have this beautiful linen lampshade. And if I can't get the stains out and I have to get rid of it, then at least it was only $1.50. I also found this really beautiful pleated lampshade that was in great condition. It didn't have a tag on it, but if I had to guess, it would have been $3 like the other one. Really large art pieces at my local Goodwill usually sell for around $20 to $25. I'm really curious to know how much your Goodwill sells large art for, so let me know in the comments. These little teacups had a cute vibe to them. And then these floral bowls were just so beautiful and cottagey. Looking back, I don't know why I didn't get this beautiful wood tray. This could have nestled several small items in my kitchen, or it could have been used as a serving board. I'm not sure why I didn't want it that day. This is a pretty unique find for me. This is a completely glass basket with a handle and everything. I thought that was really precious and I had never seen something like that before. I'm guessing this is to hold a wine bottle or some sparkling grape juice. This would be really gorgeous on the table for an outdoor dinner party. If you watched my thrifting video from about a month ago, you'll remember this little cottage style vase. Well, it's still here, and I'm really surprised that no one's picked this up yet. This little brown soap dish was a really pretty color, and rich browns have really started making their way back into current style trends. Now I'm heading into my next thrift store, which is a local one. I immediately found these two vases right next to each other that I really liked. This little ribbed one is $2 and I love it the way it is. And then this larger reddish one was $2.75 and I just love the shape of it, and I could really see this being a great DIY project for a future video. I loved this lamp as soon as I spotted it, and for $3 I definitely had to bring this one home. I will be DIYing this one later in the video, so stick around to see how it turns out. Although it's not my style, I loved the floral pattern of this bedding set, and then they contrasted it with some plaid, which I thought gave it a real country cottage style. They had tons of these dark green pleated lampshades, but the prices were not marked. I really wish they had been in my color scheme, otherwise I definitely would have grabbed a few. The pillows here are only $2, and I found this floral pillow that I thought might go nicely in the nail salon makeover I'm working on, and then this green pillow which I thought complemented the colors nicely. This white frame reminded me of all the Southern living decor that my mom had when I was growing up. I'll be doing a DIY on this, which I'll show you soon in this video. I don't know if you guys have heard of a mommy pot, but I think that's what this is. It's like a tiny vase where a mom puts all the little flowers that her kids pick for her. I recently heard about them and I just think it's the cutest thing ever. The book room in the thrift store is pretty large and the books are stacked so nicely that it's really pleasing to look at. They have really great prices on their books here too. Paperbacks are 50 cents and hardcovers are $1. I usually try to look for really large books that I can use as coffee table books. It doesn't matter what the cover looks like because I could wrap them in linen to make it the color and the style that I want. But I do try to find books where the topic is relatively interesting to me. I found this book that's about interior decorating, and it's so interesting to see how the trending style has changed so much since this was published. This frame has a lot of beautiful ornate detail that I want to bring out and make pop a bit more, so I want to make this look antique. So I'm starting out by painting the entire thing black. I'll be putting gold on top of this, but the black underneath will give it the depth that it needs to have that antique look, where really deep in between the details of the frame it has that darker shading. Now I'm going in with the Grecian Gold Rub and Buff and a little sponge, and I'm just rubbing this all over the high points of the frame. This is my first time trying this product, and it really is as easy as it looks. It does not take too much skill to do. The product just does all the work for you and ends up making a really beautiful antique looking frame. I decided to add quite a bit of gold so that the black wasn't so pronounced, but you can do it the way you like it and add as much or as little gold as you want. This is an art piece that I got for free from the Smithsonian Museum's Open Access Gallery, and I had it printed in an 8x10 size at Walmart. I will link the exact art that I used below for you. To take it one step further, I'm going to use matte Mod Podge and give it the look of an oil painting. This is just going to add texture to the piece to make it look like actual paint was used rather than it being just a print. First, I'm taking a brush and just giving the whole thing a generous layer. It probably looks scary at this point, but it will dry clear. And then once that is dry, I'm going in with the more detailed brush strokes. This does not have to be perfect, and you don't have to be an artist, but you're just mimicking the textures that it would have if it were a painting. You can definitely tell the difference between the before and after. It takes it from a flat picture to a dimensional looking piece of art. I'm just going to pop it back into the frame without the glass. I've decided that I'm going to use it to redecorate this shelf. The way I had it decorated before just never really resonated with me, so I'm going to try out a new look on this shelf. The dark blue in the art really complements the color of this bookshelf. If you remember that I found these 2 scalloped bowls recently at the thrift store for $1.99 each, so I'm going to put that right on the shelf. And then I'm adding in these 2 brass candlestick holders that I thrifted a while back. I also thrifted these 2 ribbed burgundy candles for $1.99, and I'm going to put them in the candle holders. I feel so much happier with this shelf now, and I hope you guys love it as much as I do. As soon as I saw this lamp on the shelf, I knew it had potential to be really beautiful. So at first I'm just getting it cleaned up and getting all the stickers removed. And I'm going to be painting over the silver parts to make them gold. So I'm taping off all the edges so that I don't get any paint on the ceramic part of the lamp. Now I'm going in with this Grecian Gold Rub and Buff with a sponge directly on the silver part, but it actually didn't show up hardly at all. So plan B, I'm going to first paint the silver parts with a brown paint and then let that dry before I actually go in with a Rub and Buff. This is basically the same process that we did by spray painting the picture frame. It just gives it a dark base so that the gold really pops and has that depth to it. Once the brown paint dried, the gold showed up on it absolutely perfectly and had such a beautiful tone to it. I think that my go-to will be doing the underneath brown from now on instead of black, because I feel like it gives it a much warmer undertone, which goes better with my overall style. I got this pleated shade from a family member and it has quite a bit of dust on it, so I'll be taking a lint roller to try to get that off. But it didn't really get down in the crevices, so then I got a clean toothbrush and that worked perfectly at getting out all of the dust that was trapped within the pleats. And I know this shade looks exactly like the one I thrifted earlier, but I promise you it's a different one. This one is much smaller. I'll be decorating this antique chest that I have. This is where I keep my record player, so I'm putting it back on there. And then I'm adding in a book that I did a DIY linen cover on, which I will link in the description if you're interested. And then I'm adding that lamp on top, and I'm just so happy with the transformation of this lamp. If you love thrifting, decorating, and DIYing as much as I do, then please subscribe to my channel and check out the other videos that I've made. I hope you had so much fun thrifting with me today. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.